Packers, Chiefs hosting the Packers on Thursday. And look at this. Patrick Mahomes starts out on the field honoring late Hall of Famer Len Dawson, recreating that infamous choir huddle. You see the picture right there, that iconic image. And then a few seconds later, Mahomes hyping up the crowd, wouldn't play a snap. Neither would Aaron Rodgers, so Jordan Love was the man on this night. And right here, dropping back, hitting Samori Toure for the 19-yard reception, right on the money there. A minute later, Love connecting with Aaron Rodgers. Looking good early, 15-yard completion. Later in the drive, Love gets it to Toure again. He tries scoring. Can he get it in? No. Stopped at the 1. Chiefs win it 17-10. But Aaron Rodgers, he spoke after the game about his new receivers and had high praise for Davante Adams.
I have so much love and gratitude for that man. The way he made my job so much easier. We obviously miss him. I was watching some of his highlights the other day. You know, he's one of those transcendent players. You know, I think I'm like a Steph Curry. People trying to copy him, but it's just you can't do it because you're not Davante. So we can try and teach it and help our guys out, but at the end of the day, there's only one Davante, and we're going to miss him, but we're going to find a way with the guys we got. I love our young group of guys. They're coming together.
Okay, so a little credit for the young guys, but there's only one Davante. He definitely has reason to speak so highly of him, but it's likely going to take a big effort on his end to replace Adams' production on the field this season. Adams was targeted 167 times on passes from Rodgers last season, nearly 100 more times than the next closest player on the Packers, who was running back Aaron Jones. All right, so the big question now becomes, I love it. Look at Jeff already laughing. What are you laughing about?
Yeah, let me just start here, dude. Can we just admit we're getting trolled a bit, right, by Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams? Like, Davante Adams with the whole Michael Jordan thing. Now he goes back with the Steph Curry thing. Like, and even the little snicker afterwards, right? Like, you saw him giggle to himself when he said it. Transcendent player, blah, blah, blah. Like, get it. We get it. You guys were an incredible duo. But I just love the fact that they're kind of taking shots at us as we're talking them up about their receiving core.
Of course he is. He knows how to work us, and here we are talking about him. So let's keep talking about him, Acho. Can this group of wide receivers make up for the loss of Davante?
I think they can, but it won't just be the wide receivers. I think it'll be the running backs as well. Last year, Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon caught a combined 86 passes out of the backfield. There was talk that maybe that could be more. Even if everyone would say, man, the young wide receivers may not be able to step up. Even if they don't, we've seen Aaron Rodgers be able to sustain offenses without his number one receiver. He's thrown it to backs in the backfield. He also has young receivers that are coming back, right? Christian Watson is back off of PUP. And so I think that Aaron Rodgers is a good enough player to be able to help his offense go even without, what do you say, Michael Jordan or Steph Curry, even without his Robin to his Batman.
All the greats combined.
Or Giannis, whoever it is. Jeremy, what are you hearing about the Packers in conversations around the league?
Well, I'm hearing if Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams are trolling us, then Rodgers is about to troll the whole league with this play, getting it done without Davante Adams. Because the feeling around the league is like, hey, they're paying him $50 million a year to get this done, and he always has with all the receivers he's had in the past, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Greg Jennings, all these guys did well. Yep. So they're going to rely heavily on that running game, but they're excited about their defense too. So there might be a little more ball control, less airing it out, but it's going to be a really good overall attack in a wide open NFC.
Wow. Can we put up those receivers again, the guys he's throwing to, led by Alan Lazard there with the most yards, about 500 or so last year. So, Jeff, I look at this list of receivers and I say this is all well and good. But really, you're replacing these guys with Davante Adams in a way. Can they expect the same level of greatness not having that great receiver among these guys?
They do expect it. And, right, it's a great point, but they expect it. And I can guarantee you Aaron Rodgers expects it. He understands who Davante Adams was and how good of a football player he is. He also understands how good of a quarterback he is. And the truth is, if you watch the great ones, you watch the great quarterbacks, irrespective of their receivers, Tom Brady's done it, Peyton Manning's done it, Drew Brees has done it. Like, these guys create great receivers as well. It's not just one way, right? It takes both. And I think with Aaron Rodgers telling you where he wants you on the route, the timing of the route, he understands how to get guys open. And again, let's not ever forget, too, they're an off-schedule type team. There are times when Aaron will hold it, and it's called a scramble drill, hold the ball for that split second, the receiver breaks off and has these big yards. I do not have any doubt out, this offense is still going to roll. To Sam and Jeremy's point, this offense will be a prolific offense. And however they have to design it, I believe in Matt LaFleur. I believe in Aaron Rodgers. They will put up numbers, and we'll all still be talking about Davante Adams and Aaron Rodgers as Steph Curry. And
49ers, Texans, that means we're talking about Trey Lance. And there it was. First quarter, 49ers first possession being chased. Throws it to Kyle Juszczyk, who makes the catch. 15 yards, first down. Looking good early. Later in the drive, 3rd and 2, Lance drops back. The long pass to Debo. Can't quite reel it in. 49ers punt. Sam, little ups and downs in this one.
Yeah, ups and downs. That was a great defensive play on that one.
Yeah, and then right here, he drops back and sacked by Kyle Heinisch. Next play, 2nd and 17. 49ers, by the way, down 7-0, and Lance, unable to connect with George Kittle, would end in another punt here. Late in the first quarter, Niners inside their own 20. Lance to Malik Turner for 14. First down, he was 7 for 11 on the night. 49ers lose, but here's Lance on his performance on the night.
Some ups and downs for sure. Never feels good to lose, but man, we'll learn from it, turn the page. Not going to make a bigger deal out of it than we need to, for sure. But, man, like I said, man, never feels good to lose. Some ugly stuff out there, for sure.
There you have it. You know, Lance played 5 series this preseason, completing 11 of his 16 passes for 141 yards and a touchdown. Didn't throw an interception, but he was sacked twice and also added 8 rushing yards on 2 carries. Now, keep in mind, the 49ers opened the regular season against the Bears in Chicago on September 11th. So, Sam, as you watch this game, what was your single biggest takeaway from Trey Lance's performance?
Yeah, as a defender, I watched the game, and obviously there was a porous offensive line, and so his best left tackle wasn't playing, Trent Williams. He was getting pressured. But I said, man, if I'm a defender, I know he loves to run the ball. There were some times where that ball was a little bit loose. And so I know for me, I'm saying, hey, this is not Jimmy Garoppolo anymore, but this is a quarterback who, this is a play, 3rd and 17. You're going to see him move in the pocket. And then if I'm a defender, I'm highlighting that ball right there. Go get the ball. That's what defensive players think about, especially when you have a quarterback who likes to scramble. He was safe there. There's another play later on in the game that was an incomplete pass, but that ball was hanging out a little bit. And so obviously, number one, you go to him and say, hey, ball control. But defenders, we put this tape on to say we can force some turnovers on a young quarterback who's trying to make plays.
Yeah, and we're looking at the particulars here. I know we're nitpicking a little bit, but did you think he had a bad night?
I didn't think he had a bad night. It wasn't overly impressive. It wasn't anything to write home about. There were a couple throws that I'm sure he wish he had back, but it's hard to judge when he was getting pressured nearly, almost every play.
It's a good point. Jeff, you have some plays too. What did you see last night from Lance that you'd like to see improve?
Honestly, this is exactly what I expected, right? He's going to have some good days and bad days. That's a guy who's thrown 389 passes in college and the pros. Y'all watch this. He's breaking outside. He's getting towards the sideline. He throws it in the dirt. Like, he's going to want that one back, right? He goes back and watches film. He'd like to put that on the receiver. Puts a ball up and again. Sam talked about it, said it best. A good defensive play, but when you got that kind of coverage, you're hoping Samuel comes down with that ball. And then this miss to Kittle as he's running a little short out right there. You got to hit that one, right? I mean, that right there is bread and butter type plays that you're going to go back as a quarterback and go, man, I wish I had that back. I need to be better on those plays. But to Trey Lance in totality, 49ers fans are going to have to expect these type of games. This guy has not played a lot of football, again, even in college, pros, 389 passes. He'll throw more than that this season, right? So there's going to be some ups and downs. This has to be expected from him. Again, I'm glad he said what he said. It was not a particularly good night. It wasn't a horrible night. He wasn't turning the ball over. Again, I'm with Sam. He needs to protect the football. But here's the thing that defenses aren't playing right now that's going to change a little bit in the regular season. That 3rd and 2 in the preseason, you're not letting that quarterback run it. You're not risking him getting hurt to last night. In the regular season, you are risking that. So there's a little more on your plate as a defense and expectation. And the other thing, Jerry Hughes, you're seeing him right here, was in the backfield all night. I mean, he camped out and created chaos. So I can't imagine that Trey Lance ever felt comfortable in that game anyway.
Yeah, it could make it interesting. Could we see a different Trey Lance once the regular season starts? So, Jeremy, what are you hearing about Lance's progress so far?
Yeah, when I talk to people around the league, Ryan, it's a common theme that the 49ers could be less efficient with Trey Lance early on, but more explosive, bigger plays. He can throw the deep ball. He can run. You saw that in the first preseason game. This one, not so much. So when the explosion's not there, it doesn't look great. So there are concerns about his accuracy, but I'm told he has improved that over the last 8 months, just didn't show up in a big way last night.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Kyle Shanahan wanted, right? The idea was get that explosive talent in there. Very different look from what he had with Jimmy Garoppolo.